What a way to return from the holidays. In this case, it came to my ears, it came to a couple of my DMs, people asking what is going on. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are coming to Raid, and there's been certain kind of leaks, and today I'm going to talk about them, all the information we know, and yes, it seems that the new collab for Raid is going to be the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Let's have a look at it. Hi, Senda here and welcome to another raid video. First of all, I wanna just point out I'm Spanish. In Spain we don't call them Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it's too long, so I'm gonna just call them from our Ninja Turtles. I guess we all agree that we know the name, the Ninja Turtles are the Ninja Turtles, and it seems to be some sort of leaks around, a lot of talks about what's gonna be the next collaboration from Raid with which franchise, because as you've seen the last couple of years, we've had Skeletor and He-Man, we've had Alice in Wonderland, we've had the Norse mythology gods, and it seems that now with the Chaos Awakes kind of period over our backs, last fusion that's been the latest doc, and related to that, the next coming months is going to be something completely different, and it seems that this is going to be it. First of all, I am going to mention the first image that came to me, and that's why in the beginning I disregarded this information, because it came to my DMs, mainly just people from the community that send me this stuff, this image. And here we have an image of Raphael, one of the Ninja Turtles. It seems to be in, I don't know, German, I think this is it. However, there was something dodgy with this image, because the background seemed a bit empty, and then also the champion, I mean, it's a pretty decent 3D render of Raphael or the Teenage Ninja Turtle. However, it's still not 100% Raid. It's lacking detail. Seeing other champions and how much time they spend in polishing the shield and the sword and a lot of little details, this image seemed to me as quite fake. It's not the first time we get this kind of fake images of potential champions that could be in the game but are not. They're just mainly fan-made, and I disregarded this information, and I was like, yeah, this is probably another of these rumors going around, this is not gonna happen, and this is just, like I said, another fan-made thing. However, all this information kind of changed a bit when I saw this other image that also seemed to have been leaked, and this does look a lot more like a Raid official one. Here we can see Michelangelo chase, we can see one of these Ninja Turtles here in a lot more detail, and also some potential skills, the sets, the champion itself, and the different ascension stars for the champion itself in a very exact same manner as we had with Leminici and as we had with Skeletor before. Again, another franchise that's trying to kind of, I don't know, make their characters, people talking about them again, because, you know, it's something that is part of the history, is part of, everyone knows the Ninja Turtles, but it's not like, I don't know, like a trendy thing. It's like, I don't know, if I would say Dragon Ball, it's a franchise that everybody knows, but every now and then people talk about it, and it's kind of popular culture. And in this case, this seemed a lot more legit. This seemed a lot more like a potential leak based on the information that we can see here. We can even see some skills. It says bash a bad guy twice and place an increased attack on Mikey if either hit is critical. So Mikey is Michelangelo, hits a bad guy twice, so it seems like an increased attack if we make a critical, crack open the target's defense, smack them hard, place a stun debuff and spread all debuffs to all enemies, seems also an interesting skill. Use Mikey's razor sharp wit to attack all enemies, land important debuffs and place taunt on himself, so it seems to be like a support type of champion. And then evade enemy skills, team up with other allies, other TNT, so Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and gain a shield based on Mikey's attack when he's hit. So it seems fairly legit. But again, is this enough to confirm a leak? We're starting to get hot, we're starting to get in the right direction. And then there was this other leak, not that last one, I'll explain you what the last one is, but this one over here. And this one is very interesting because it's not just one leak, it's literally 6 leaks, but being all 4 champions, I mean all 4 Ninja Turtles, and then Shredder, which would be the bad guy. And this does look, like I said, very similar to Raid. All the champions have a lot of detail. It seems much more legit, each one has a different affinity. Leonardo seems to be the void one, we have attack, defense, support and attack, and then here Shredder at the end is an HP, is the other one missing. But this does seem a much more legit leak. Here on the bottom left, we can see a little window, and this is because these leaks come from this image, okay? This is a content creator. I have obviously nothing against him. I don't know the guy, I don't know, I know his name, I know his channel, but he's a content creator. And this leads me to another point, and this other point is the content creators in Raid. We have two groups of content creators in Raid. We have the content creators which Raid or Plarium pays, so they give the content creators money in order to keep playing Raid and bring in new players. And in order to do that, they'll give them promo codes with legendaries, and in this case it seems that they're also giving them information that the other group of content creators don't have. And then we have the other group of content creators, which I'm on, and then all the big names in Raid are, Scratch, Hell Hades, Ash, all these people that are known in the community that we've been playing Raid for years. And this second group of content creators, we don't get these things, but we get merch every now and then. We get also certain information on certain events for us to make videos, but we don't get paid money, at least not directly from Plarium. And it's a big negative part because we are the ones responsible for people to keep playing and people to keep spending in the game, which I think is more important than dragging new players inside. However, I'm explaining you this because this guy is not part of the second group. It seems to be part of the first group, the content creators that are paid by Plarium to make videos about the game. And very likely, at some point, if Plarium closes the tap of money, these people will stop playing Raid, because obviously what's the point? They're not getting paid for it, so why continue? I've also done collabs with other games, I've also done collabs with other companies, and normally they send you a brief with the information they want you to cover on your video, and then they give you a deadline. You need to submit the video to them, they'll watch it, they'll approve it, and then they'll tell you, okay, from that date you can publish this video and tell this information to your viewers. What it seemed that happened to me is that this guy, human error, it happens to everyone, it happened probably to me as well at some point with when I'm working with an embargo. Instead of pressing save video or putting in hidden, he pressed publish. And when he pressed publish, other people saw it, took these screenshots, and it seems that this guy had this information where he was in the game reviewing these new champions that are gonna come and they're gonna be part of the new collaboration. So all the information we have is all these images I've shown you. This guy has taken down the video. I tried to look for it to see what other information is there, but it seems that he deleted it or he put it on hidden again, which makes me believe that it's been a mistake publishing, and in this case publishing information that is not officially being released. There's no word from Plarium's side if this is true, if this is false. They've been completely silent, which emphasizes and gives even more power the idea that this is indeed a leak that shouldn't have been leaked, but a leak is a leak, and this is what happens with them. They get, as soon as people get their hands or their ears on, information starts spreading. I didn't want to stay behind, and I wanted to let you know all the information we know and what it seems to be very likely the next collab in Raid. That's all the information that I have for now. As soon as I have anything else, I'll let you know in this channel. Over here, I'll leave you a recommended video. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.